Hello, everybody, and welcome to another random round of disc golf. I'm joined here with Riley.
How's it going?
And we're going to do this weird narcissistic round where I play myself, went there alone, film myself. All of it's kind of weird and awkward. We're not going to talk about that. But there's the course. See those holes? Very short. Only like 3 of them are over 200 feet. Basically, if you don't shoot under par here, you're absolute garbage, and I'm going to play myself. Forehand, first backhand. And I'm looking sharp.
Only because you're wearing the glasses.
Shirt says die low. I will not score low. This is hole 1. Pond on the right. Plays OB. It's pretty easy to get in that pond. It's intimidating. Gets in your head. Sometimes windy. Takes your disc right in the pond. You throw the forehand. Fades toward the pond. It's 166 feet. It's right in front of you. You think you should just put it there, but I've been in the pond before. I actually was in the pond when warming up for this hole.
Here goes Dave, backhand. Stepping up. Playing a beat-in DX Red Rhino. His favorite disc.
It is my favorite. I was just featured on Joe Miss Pro Instagram story with that disc.
That looks pretty good. Maybe a touch more Anheuser, but still shouldn't be more than.
So for forehand here, I'm going with a brand new Champion Rhino, way more stable. I always fear turning over the forehand, so something stable always helps. Maybe the flex.
It just faded a little bit early, but anything not in the pond is pretty okay.
Nice little, right inside the circle, not too far, maybe 20 feet. Starting the day out. Let's see what we got.
What happened to 25 feet, Dave?
Yeah, it looks like it's 20 feet this time. Center basket. Right now I'm thinking, man, look at that sweet 1994 F250 with a flatbed. I better make this putt. He might think I'm a cool guy. Boom, center chains. And I'm thinking, hey, maybe today's my day. Forehand Dave is coming out to play. I'm walking it in going, yeah, take that, me. And then backhand me just taps it in. Take that, forehand me.
You don't look excited. You don't look so excited about your backhand, Purdy.
Yeah, it's easy. This is hole 2, 203, a little bit farther. Kind of annoying, couple trees up on the tee. If you shank it bad, you might just go right into the first available tree. You get out here. You don't want to turn something over into the pond. You're better off fading something into the hill. You just want to throw something straight and flat. Touch of fade, and you should be able to get out of here with it. If you don't par this, I don't know what you're doing.
Oh, he goes right for the backhand. No routine or anything. Doesn't hit one of those 2 first trees right there, so you're automatically out there within circle 2.
And that forehand throw was just trash, dude.
It'll give you
He got me halfway there.
That's the good thing about playing short courses. Even your worst drives are within putting range.
Yeah. So right now I'm thinking, I'm going to slam this in and get that birdie.
Just never was committed.
You could say it's a layup, just so I don't feel bad. Backhand throw a little bit better.
Doesn't look too far. Looks just far enough to make you think about it. Check the wind. Actually going with a Rhino on this putt instead of the EVR.
Oh, man.
I'm not sure what happened there, but
What is that? I don't know. I was just that fisherman in the background was just making so much noise I was distracted. Totally what happened.
yeah. It's happened to all of us, I'm sure.
There's my tap in for the forehand, Dave. 2 pars, even score. We're tied on to hole 3. This is probably the hardest tee shot. You gotta keep it low. You gotta throw it hard and low. But when you throw it hard, you tend to yank it, and you go into these trees over here, into the pond. Great place to lose a wolf. If you make it past these trees, you throw something higher speed that'll fade. It might make it into this opening into the basket for a birdie putt, but this is definitely the hardest hole on the course to birdie.
This is just the hardest hole on the course in general.
Yeah, definitely. And like for a lefty or for forehand, it's like just a difficult shot.
Going with your buzz here.
Hair looks super clean. Ooh.
And
Jesus.
luckily that tree caught you, so you didn't end up in the middle of a pond.
Oh, it might have faded back. Don't worry, I'm gonna redeem myself with this.
Were you going for a forehand roller there? Practicing a scramble?
Oh, what is that? Dude, like, my hand was flat, but the disc came out super hyzer. All in all, pretty embarrassing.
Did you not want your backhand to get lonely in the bushes, or what were you thinking there?
I don't know, man. Now I'm just thinking, just get in the circle, please. But, you know, a lot of confidence in that forehand. Yeah. I'm 2 for 3 on available trees to hit there.
That's a good number. Easy little hyzer backhand shot right here.
Yeah, that was a good shot right there.
You can kind of see you poking
Look
your
at
head
that.
out. Parked it. Very awkward footing, so that was a pretty good one.
I know we're only 2 holes in, but can you tell I'm a backhand player?
I haven't been able to tell yet.
That should be a pretty easy putt right here. Bogey. Ugh.
If there ever was a hole to bogey, this would be the one, though.
Yep. Here's 4, 189 par 3 wide open. You kind of got to throw something straight or anhyzer or huge hyzer around the tree for right hand backhand. For forehand or lefty, you can just yank it out there and you'll kind of be fine. The only really saving grace for the straight shot is it kind of has a back stop on the hill, so you can kind of like throw past the basket. You kind of be aggressive and like throw it at it.
Alright, backhand going first. Going back to your red rhino. Just thinking don't slip. Don't pull it too much, and you don't. It's pretty much exactly what you wanted.
It was good, yeah. I wanted to put anhyzer on it, but I was scared to yank it into the tree, and I did okay. So with the forehand here, I'm just like, okay, get it up, flex, hold a touch, fade into the basket. I mean, it definitely wasn't carrying much forehand confidence into this hole after the last tee shot.
Well, you see that old dude walking right there. You don't want to hit him, so.
Yeah, that was totally. Oh, look at that. High, underpowered. Ugh, Jesus.
A bit of a long sort of jump putt.
Yeah, circle 2. This is probably a gettable putt for me, but just like the last long one, I just left it low.
And left it low again. Your confidence going into this backhand putt here, not super high. As you can see, switching to the straddle putt instead.
Another one, just like my arm is just like a freaking noodle or something.
Yeah, I feel that. I understand.
Some weenie or something.
Tapping in.
Yeah, tap in some pars here and, you know.
But, you know, the back 5 is really where you get your score.
Yeah, for sure. This is an interesting one. When the wind's up, this hole stinks. The footage doesn't play justice. It kind of goes down the hill and then way up the hill. And it's up on a plateau, if you're French, plateau if you're American. And you kind of want to throw something that kind of fades hard or spikes into the top, because if you go too far left or too far right, or the wind takes it, you can end up really far from the basket really quick. This is probably the touchiest shot, I would say.
Yeah. Still,
this angle gives you a little more idea of like that hill.
Yeah, that's a pretty accurate angle, I'd say. It looked like the wind got under a little bit, but still very good.
Yeah. That thing is so straight. I'm happy with it.
Going with your buzz for your forehand here.
This one I was like thinking, let me just put it high and hard and just let it drop out. Like, I know I don't have the power to get that much distance, so And again, high and underpowered, just like the last hole. But
Still 50 feet, 60 feet.
I think you can even see it in my face. I'm like, I mean, it wasn't great, but for my forehand, not bad. A little uphill.
It's more uphill.
Oh,
don't roll
man.
away.
Haven't connected on a big putt yet. Look at it.
Oh,
But virtually no wobble.
looks like I'm watching Paul Macbeth putt.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good stuff right there.
it hurts every time I watch it.
That's like my move. Just the top of the cage.
Until you pass the torch to somebody and everybody else is doing it.
To the backhand run, man. Basically tapping.
Yeah, that's close enough to call it tapping. It's probably barely outside of 10 feet.
Just now, 2 under versus even.
A 2-stroke lead going into the last 4 holes.
Yeah, this is 6. It's kind of like a straight, just a good right-hand backhand hole. You put it out there, it'll fade. The basket's kind of like on this hill, so you could just kind of fade into the hill and it'll just stop. For a lefty or a forehand player, it's going to fade down the hill, so it's kind of a weird shot for that. You definitely want to be right of the basket. No, I'm sorry, left of the basket, up the hill. Once you go downhill, really quickly you can find yourself like 35 feet away.
It's a tough putting green for sure.
It's basically, like if you go past it, it's basically an elevated basket.
Yeah. There you go. Just a little X step. I actually like that. Not quite wide enough.
What is that?
I don't
Is
know.
that Bigfoot? So for the forehand, I was thinking like just throw it low, and I did throw it low,
And
and it was unbelievably good. Like,
a bit
still
of an
skipped pretty
unfortunate
far
skip.
of the basket, but I mean that was the best forehand I've thrown yet.
Ooh, this is a very scary putt. You really have to commit to this one.
This really gives you a good idea of how steep the hill is too.
There it is.
Pumped up. Let's go.
There's the big putt of the round.
Finally. Waving to the crowd. Loves it. Look at that. Virtually no wobble again.
I don't know
Dead
how you
center
get such a clean release
in
every
the
time.
basket.
Right, now we have to go over to your forehand.
It's probably the same distance, but just downhill. So no, it's probably shorter.
It looks a little bit shorter, but uphill.
Yeah,
Which
20-foot uphill.
probably plays the same distance.
You're going to put with
Maybe
the
more.
AVR for the uphill versus the Rhino downhill. Right in. Makes it look easy.
Another big putt. This is your hole.
Yeah, -3 versus -1. We're talking. Hole 7, 181. Uphill. Interesting. It's wide open, but it's just uphill. So you got to throw it harder than you think, but not too high because it ends up hyzering way right or way left. And if you underpower it or throw it low and spike into the hill in front, there's no way you're going to birdie it. Go ahead, that's my buddy Paul. He mows the lawn here.
These trees kind of get into your head a little bit when you're going to throw.
Yeah, they kind of do.
It doesn't look so bad on camera, but when you're actually there playing, it looks a little worse. That's good.
Flat, holds.
It just...
And the weird thing with
completely
this
flat.
hole is it's like when you do that, you have no idea really how close or far you are from the basket because you just can't see the plane. Oh, look at that. See, that throw could be right there, could be way short, but well, how about that? Pretty close.
Backhand. Going first. You're thinking connected on the last putt. Should connect on this one.
Getting the groove, yeah.
And you do. That was a nice looking putt.
Yeah, there's Paul in the distance, low in the lawn. And look at that, pretty even closer. The forehand was closer than the backhand. So basically a tap-in.
We've all had those days where that's a scary putt, though.
Oh yeah. This is hole 8, 185. Another one that's short but kind of touchy because it goes downhill, similar to 6. You can't really do a righty like fade hyzer because these trees protect the green over here. You kind of want to throw it straight or anhyzer. This is definitely more of a forehand or lefty hole. But you gotta be careful. If you overpower this hole really quickly, you're like in the woods behind it.
Yeah, no water danger really though. Those woods are so thick, they can catch your disc. So it's kind of like a backstop. I'm going with that champion rhino. Run it through the motion, making
I
sure
don't
you
know why I
follow
went with the
through.
champion this time. Oh, that's why I went Annie.
That was good. With the rhino, it doesn't have a lot of glides. Pretty safe play.
I'm feeling good with the forehand here. The last 2 holes, I had good tees, and let's see what I can do here. Ooh.
Rolled.
Kind of too much Anheuser. Didn't really follow through. Yeah, well short.
It looked a lot longer from
Yeah,
the angle.
that's probably what we're looking at here, but maybe 75 feet. Slightly downhill.
Oh! Nice run.
What a bad skip, though. So far. Basically back to circle 2.
Unfortunately, couldn't just hit the top of the cage.
The backhand throw is pretty good.
You would want it a little bit further, but pretty good, yeah. Oh, missing low again.
Jesus.
You should just start aiming for the top band up there.
That's my move, man. Just leave it low. Looks like a pair of pars here on hole 8.
If you can make this putt.
Yeah, no guarantees. That's not a lot of confidence right now. Oh, what was that?
Oh, no.
This came in my hand stupid. So what's that? Par for backhand and bogey for forehand? Yeah, so we're going -1 for forehand, Dave. -1. No, I'm sorry, -1. Wow.
-1 forehand and
Yes.
-4 backhand.
Thank you. Here's 9. The big hole on the course, a whopping 253 feet. It's a doozy, wide open. You definitely don't want to yank it into the pond to the right. I know you can't see it in this footage, but I've done it. Just throw something flat and straight all the way out here. You need something that'll flex for a righty. For a lefty or a forehand. You could just crush it out there. Kind of a slight hill to the green, but
Nothing big enough to worry about.
the big threat here is just don't yank it into that tree that is on camera right.
That tree's a little further out than it looks here, too. Thinking just throw something pretty straight, maybe get a little bit of flex out of it.
I definitely gotta get some flex to get a putter to go 250. That's pretty good.
That was really good.
Now right here I'm thinking, I've had some pretty good drives in my forehand. I should be able to crush this one. Just like the last one. You got this, Dave. Go, me. Go.
Well, that was good. You got the right amount of flex out of it. It's going to fade back really
That's not
nice.
bad. I was thinking maybe if I eagle and then backhand me double bogeys, I'm in this thing.
So
Actually,
were you
it's
running that
pretty
then?
Yeah. Run everything, dude. Last forehand putt, or if you make it last forehand putt. Yeah, left it short again. Just seems like all day, all my putts, I'm like leaving them in a lot of hyzer and they're just like dropping out. Definitely not committing.
Not a lot of commitment. You can just see the confidence was not there that day.
No.
Cashed it in backhand, though.
-5 for backhand Dave. I think that's my best score on this course. Waving to the fake crowd. Because of coronavirus, we couldn't have a spectators, no crowd this event. Normally, there would be a lot of people watching.
You got a couple people on bikes over there. I'm sure they're very interested.
Yes. Finishing out with a par for forehand, Dave. I mean, 1 under for forehand round. Pretty good. There, Mia. Look at that. My Glow AVR. It's definitely a disc.
When's your signature Glow AVR coming out?
Never.
Oh.
There it is. Thanks to UDisc for not sponsoring this. 22 and 26 for my scores. -5, -1. Pretty good. Same driving percentage. That's good. Putting was... Forehand Dave had better putting than backhand Dave. Pretty interesting. Parked one. Boom. Majestic. Never seen a rhino fly like that.
Actually, I have. I've watched Calvin Heimberg quite a bit.
Oh, okay. Dead center. Thanks for checking out the rounds. Please let me know how good or bad I am. in
Don't
the
forget to
comment
like and
section.
subscribe. And don't hate too much. He was featured on Jomez Pro, and I don't think you were. So
and that was with the Rhino too. So hit that smash like bell icon.